What's up, guys? Today I'll be sharing you my Electromagnetic Warrior Zoodiac deck that I played earlier today at the Danbury Regional. This deck is, since it plays the Electromagnetic Warrior, it's on the rogue side, but since it also plays Zoo, it could also compete with the current meta, since, unfortunately, you kind of need Zoo or True Draco right now to compete with the meta. This deck was very fun to play. It caught a lot of people off guard. Everyone seemed to enjoy playing against it because of how unique the deck is, because of the Electromagnetic Warriors. People were also really surprised to me playing it, especially because of how explosive the deck is as well. One of the people I played against commented on how this was the most explosive Zoodiac deck he's seen all day. So that definitely got me pretty excited, since this is a deck that I haven't really spent too much time on this deck. I just made it last night, barely any testing. However, this deck was very fun to play, so let's just get straight into the deck profile. For the monsters, first of all, there's 2 Alpha, 3 Beta, 3 Gamma, 3 Delta, and 2 Berserkion. Alright, so for these guys, these 3 different Magnet Warriors, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, they're your level 3 magnets of the deck. They all have effects when they're summoned, either normal or special summon. They all have effects that tribute themselves during your opponent's turn. Let's just start off with that effect first. During your opponent's turn, you can tribute them with a cost to special summon a level 4 Magnet Warrior from your deck. So that would summon Delta from the deck. For their effects when they're summoned, these guys adds a level 8 Magnet Warrior from deck to hand, so it added this guy. When this guy's summoned, he adds a level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior from deck to hand, so he can add, except himself, so he can add Alphas, Beta, Alpha Gammas, or Deltas to hand. When Gamma summoned, he summons another Magnet Warrior from the hand, so summon him, or him from hand. And also, since he's level 3, all these guys are level 3, it helps go into Zoodiac combos as well, since level 3 is to make M-X-Saber Invoker. So that definitely caused the explosion plays for the day for me. This guy, when he's summoned, he Foolish Burials another Magnet Warrior from deck. You can only use that effect once per turn though, so even if you have multiple Magnet Warriors on the field, tribute themselves during your opponent's turn, summon multiple Deltas, you only get one effect. He's also level 4, so he can't make any of your ring 3s, so he's kinda meh in that sense. But the utility to Foolish Barrel and Magnet Warrior makes him more than worth it to play 3 of, and makes the deck incredibly consistent. This guy is the main boss monster of the deck, and he's comparable to ABC Buster Dragon as well as Dark-Armed Dragon. Much like ABC Dragon, in order to special summon him, you need to banish all 3 of these guys from your hand, field, and or graveyard. So unlike Buster Dragon, you could also banish them from your hand. Once per turn, you can banish 1 level 4 lower Magnet Warrior from your graveyard. You can target 1 card in the field and destroy it. And you can do that multiple times per turn, as long as you have more fuel in your graveyard to keep activating it. So you could banish any one of these guys, any one of those 11 monsters, to keep popping stuff on your opponent's field. And also, unlike ABC Dragon, this thing can't really tag out per se. But if this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by card effect or battle, he special summons these 3 guys from your banish zone. So you banish them to special him, and when he's destroyed, you get them all back. And since this card says when the card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card, that also means if he gets Solemn Strike, Warning, Scolding, whatever, Horn of Heaven, doesn't matter, you still summon the 3 small magnets back from the banish zone. Since this guy has 3,000 attack and floats into small monsters, this is a kind of like a natural out to Masterpiece in the deck. So this is your main card again in the True Draco matchup. So that's it for the Magnet Warriors. And now for the first small engine I play in the deck. I play Brilliant Fusion, so I play 2 Gemini Obsidian and 1 Sentry Soldier Stone. These are the Gem Knight of choice because they're level 3 Rock Earths, so they have a lot of synergy with the deck. Since the level 3, they fit in with the rank 3 theme with the small Magnet Warriors. And since they're Rock and Earths, they also fit in with the Field Spell, which I'll get into later. And I played 2 because I hate opening it, and if I open 1, I still want to be able to use Brilliant Fusion. This guy, Sentry Soldier Stone, he's the main Earth you send off Brilliant Fusion, since the only Gem Knight monster in the extra deck I play is Gem Knight Zirconia, which takes the Gem Knight monster and a Rock monster. So what this guy does, and why it's so important, is that if all monsters you control are Rock monsters, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, and you can only do that once per turn. So pretty much you use Brilliant Fusion to use Zirconia, and you can special summon this guy from your graveyard immediately. This guy helps get all the rank 3 plays going, and going fast. And also allows you to turbo out Invoker really fast, since if you open Brilliant Fusion and any level 3 Magnet Warrior, you can Brilliant Fusion, dump one of these, dump this, summon your Zirconia, special summon this, then normal summon your level 3 Magnet Warrior, or your second copy of this if you happen to draw it, which you hopefully don't. And then from there, you just make Invoker and go off with your Zoo combos. This guy is very important for the combo aspect of the deck, and it helps is one of the reasons why the deck is as explosive as it is. Then for the Zoodiac engine, which unfortunately I have to play for the deck to be competitive, because the engine is just way too good to not play. This is 2 Ratpiers, 2 Whiptail, and 1 Black Sheep. This is all you need for the Zoo combo. You don't even need 2 Whiptail. I like it though, because if I hard draw in a Ratpier, I like to dump a Whiptail off his effect so I can get it off Tigermortar towards the end of the combo. And also if I happen to draw into Barrage as well, that just gets the other Whiptail. Or if my combo lives for the next turn, I make the Broadbull again to search out a Whiptail. So I think 2 Whiptails are good. And it helps make Drident attack over things, and makes Drident point for point a dynamite that True Kings may or may not have. For the rest of the monsters, it's just hand traps for 2 Ghost Ogre and 1 Maxx. I don't have any Ghost Dash, so these are it for now. They were really good throughout the day though, negating things like Diagram and even Mermail and Abyss Megalo, which I had to play against. I still hate that deck so much. For the spells, the most important spell of the deck is Magnetic Field. And then to search it out, triple Terraforming. So what Magnetic Field does, so you could read it. If you control level 4 lore Rock Earth monster, so that's where the Rock Earth theme comes in with the Gem Knight Obsidian and all the Magnet Warriors. You can target 1 level 4 lore Magnet Warrior in your graveyard and special summon it. You can only do that once per turn. Then at the end of the damage step, when a Rock Earth monster you control battles an opponent's monster and that your opponent's monster was not destroyed by battle, you can return that monster to the hand. So pretty much, as long as you control level 4 lore Rock Earth monster, once per turn is the monster of 1/4 Magnet Warrior. So that includes if you have any Magnet Warrior on your field, if you have Obsidian on your field, or if you even have Sentry Soldier of Stone. You just monster 1 back a Magnet Warrior and just go off from there. And also at the end of the damage step, if your opponent's monster lived a battle once per turn, it turns your monster into a new Spacian Grampulse. That effect came up a good amount of times as well. Since even though my opponent just attacked with their 2 Whiptail Drident into my Gem Knight Zirconia, for example, that Drident still got bounced back to the extra deck, because no one really pops this card. They usually just attempt to Drident on the Magnet Warriors, on the small Magnet Warriors, but then I just change the effect to summon Delta from deck, and Foolish Burial, and just deck thin. So this card's ridiculous. If you're playing less than 3 in the deck, you better see it just as much as I do, because the card's just dumb. And then 3 Brilliant Fusion, obviously for the Brilliant Fusion engine. Triple Zoodiac Barrage. Thank you, friends, for letting me borrow these things. They were incredibly helpful throughout the day, and I need to get my own eventually. And this card needs no explanation. And also for Zoo stuff, the 1 Fusion sub. Just kind of have to because Zoo stuff. Double Twin Twister, and Raigeki. Just kind of need this stuff right now. For the traps. Double Call the Haunted for the first two traps. The theory behind this card is that it's just more monster wants to bring back your Magnet Warriors to keep getting your effects off. Also, if you already summon Berserkion the proper way, you can call the Haunted back as well. This card didn't really put in too much work, and it can really be any other trap, or hand trap, or anything else you need it to be. I just like the card in theory. It performed decently well, but I always sat it out, like, pretty much every game. The most helpful this card was, at one time I was playing against Pure Zoon while in the rounds. He Raigeki'd my field, and after I did my Zoo combo, I had a Whiptail in hand, so I just called a Haunted back my Drident that got Raigeki'd, and then put Whiptail from my hand onto it, and that just gave me some extra disruption for his Zoo combo. And I ended up winning that game, partially because of that. So, call's cool, but it could really be anything else. And then the Solemns, because Solemns are too good right now. Just negate everything. And the last card's Imperial Order. I only resolved this thing once, I believe. And even then, it wasn't even too helpful. So, you don't need it. You can easily side it out. Like, the card's alright in this deck. Like, you really need your magnetic fields, though. So that is a 45-card main deck. For the extra deck, we got 2 Gorgonic Guardians. I never made the second one, and I only made the first one a couple times. In case if you don't know what this thing does, it takes 2 rock monsters to make. During either player's turn, detach a material to target one face-up monster your opponent controls. His attack becomes 0, and if it does, its effects are negated. The effects last until the end of the turn, and once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls with 0 attack and destroy it. So pretty much just a rank 3 giant hand that makes attack 0, and once per turn, pop a monster with 0 attack. This card is very good. You should definitely be playing at least 2 in any Magnet Warrior build. Then we got 1 Leviair. I never made this thing all day. It should have been an Acid Golem, because Acid Golem would have been good against True Kingdom Eyes because of skill drain. So, it shouldn't be in here. It should really be an Acid Golem. 1 Break Sword, because you just need to destroy your stuff. And also, if you plan to make your Berserkion, you just overlay 2 Magnet Warriors with this to pop stuff and something else your opponent controls. Just get some extra popping out the way before you Berserkion. 1 Grampulse. Only made a 1 cent just to bait out Drident. It worked. Like, it was alright. Then 1 Gemknight Zirconia. He's in here because he takes the Gemknight and a rock monster, so he helps you send your Sentry Soldier Stone to Grave. Other than that, he's just vanilla, only in there just to send a rock monster. And then for the Zoodiac part, 1 Invoker, because this deck can spit it out really easily with all the Magnet Warriors. Then 2 Dridents. I was borrowing the second one. I never made the second one, but thank you, Brandon, for letting me borrow it for the day, even though it was completely useless for me. 1 Broadbull, 1 Chakanine, 1 Tigermortar, 1 Hammer Kong, 1 Emerald, and 1 Norden. I only made the Emerald once outside the Zoo combo all day, and it was with the 2 Delta, and pretty much it was only there just to bait out a Drident, and it worked. And I ended up winning that game because of it, pretty much. But that's it for the 15-card extra deck. For the side deck, it wasn't really too relevant throughout the day. There's some things I wish I played in it. Some things were meh. Some things I just didn't put in at all. I think I over-prepared for some matchups. Maybe underprepared for a little more, for some as well. Like, this is what I thought would be good going to the events. 2 Lancias, because of Infernoids, I didn't play any. So, yeah. Lancias. Double DD Krill for Zoodiac. I also sided in against Mermails going second, since when they summon the the prince got the name Neptibus, and dumped the dragoons. You just chain Crow on the dragoons. They can't search because it's no longer engraved. Since he has to fully resolve Neptibus first. So I did 3 kaijus and 2 slumbers. I never resolved slumber, and I only dropped a kaiju on my opponent's field once or twice the whole day. These 2 because small attack, and I want 3 different names as well. Dogran because if I have to, I could drop Dogran in my opponent's field, and if I have Berserkion, I could crash if need be. Then summon my 3 small magnets from banish. I never summoned it all day. Pretty much only summoned this guy. I might have summoned him once, I can't remember. Never resolved these, but you need them right now. I played 2 Horn of Heaven. So the theory behind this is that it's really good against Zoodiac and Chu King, since if you want to summon the monster in general, you tribute a monster to negate the summon and destroy it. It also works on massive pendulum summons. So usually you just have like a random Zirconia on the field, or sometimes you just have a random Magnet Warrior. Like you just have a beta on field. You tribute it summon your Delta. Then what? You just Horn of Heaven away. Horn of Heaven away, use Zirconia. And this card just puts you in a really good situation at that point. I got the idea since I was playing a lot of BA Zoo before this. And I really like this card in this deck. Decided to give it a try. I didn't see it all day though. I sat it in like nearly every match. I really like the card in theory. So I think the card's pretty good in the deck, personally. Then we got 2 Masquerade Strix. Didn't see them all day either. So that really sucks. I really need to see it. I barely lost against True Draco Demise. I only lost because he topped out the spell to tribute off full Masterpiece. I really needed this. Yeah, True Dracos are just, why do they exist? Then the last 2 cards are 2 Mirror Force. I drew it a few times, didn't resolve it at all. Although the times I did draw it, I knew my opponent had a My Body as a shield, or had a Masterpiece immune to traps. So, yeah, this thing wasn't really useful, but I would definitely keep it in the side deck since really good against Zoodiac, really good against dinosaurs since they can't miscellaneous source for the battle phase. Good against rogue stuff as well. I like it, I'm going to keep it. Alright, so that's been my Electromagnetic Warrior Zoodiac deck profile. If you like it, please leave a like on the video, or possibly even subscribe. I would really love to hear constructive criticism in the comment section below. So, if you have anything to say, please comment about it. As always, I'll have a deck list in the description below, either as a deck image or written out, maybe even both. I don't know. I like to mix it up, or sometimes I just get very lazy. And also, working on these guys again, kinda. And I also got some German ultis at the regional, so that's cool. Anyway, please leave a like, please subscribe, please comment, and see you next time.